सच्ची सी है ये तारीफें दिल से जो मैंने कही है देना तो सही है दुनिया मेरी हमतन वो आसमां मिला ज़मीं को मेरी यादें तुझे हैं हम तेरे नाम से मेरी जिंदगी एक Okay. So Javier Moscoso, research professor of history and philosophy of science at the Institute of History of Spanish National Research Council in Madrid. His book includes Pain, a cultural history, arc of feeling, history of the swing. Long before it entered आंखों में जोर पड़ा. Okay, better. So, what is Aeon essay? Aeon essays are अलग अलग टॉपिक के ऊपर एसेस रहते हैं, मतलब थोड़े डिटेल्ड ऐसे रहते हैं जिससे मतलब तुम्हारा लैंग्वेज और वो सब इम्प्रूव होता है और मतलब तुम्हारा ओवरऑल नॉलेज भी बढ़ता है. तो ये तो बहुत बड़ा ऐसे है, अपन पूरा तो क्या ही पढ़ेंगे, थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ लेते हैं. बेसिकली तुम्हारा लैंग्वेज और वो सब इम्प्रूव करने के लिए होता है. इसके अंदर मतलब बहुत सारे ऐसे वर्ड्स भी मिल जाएंगे तुम्हें ऑकल्ट, इसका मतलब जैसे अपने को नहीं पता मीनिंग क्या होता है, नॉलेज ऑफ हिडन ऑकल्ट मीनिंग, मिस्टिकल, सुपरनैचुरल, ये सब मतलब तुम्हारा ओवरऑल लैंग्वेज के लिए है भाई. मतलब अभी मेरे को और कुछ नहीं करने के लिए मिल रहा है इसलिए ये कर रहा हूँ. तुम्हारे आया दिमाग में कोई आइडिया हो तो यू आर फ्री टू टेल. ओके. So long before it entered the urban playground of the 20th century, the swing was a ritual instruction of healing, punishment, and transformation. Through repetitive vertigo, including movements, the swing was used to celebrate gods and legendary beings, to ward off evil, alleviate suicidal impulses, heal mental illness, express sexual dominance, or torment those accused of occult practices. मतलब अपने जो आजकल के प्लेग्राउंड्स में स्विंग्स आने से बहुत पहले they were used as an instrument of healing, punishment and transformation. और वर्टिगो इंड्यूसिंग मोशन, वर्टिगो इंड्यूसिंग मेरे हिसाब से जो टू एंड फ्रो मोशन होता है उसी को होता होगा, बट चेक कर लेते अपन. अरे जाने मन इस बात करे मेरी जान. तो वर्टिगो इंड्यूसिंग मोशंस, वर्टिगो होता क्या है वही देखते हैं पहले. वर्टिगो नहीं, वर्टिगो सेंसेशन ऑफ दैट और मोनोटोनस मूविंग, हाँ मतलब वही टू एंड फ्रो घूम रहा है. तो वो मोशन इंड्यूस करने वाली मोमेंट्स used to celebrate gods, legendary beings, ward of evil, alleviate suicidal impulses. मतलब suicidal impulses आते हैं उसको elevate मतलब होता होगा उठाना, make less severe, reduce, ease, okay, और heal mental illness, express sexual dominance, और torment those accused of occult practices. Occult का एक बार pronunciation.
Occult.
Occult. तो ये सीन है. but its deeper use has been one of the transformations as it holds but its deeper use has been one of transformations as it holds us to its oscillating spell. The swings calls into question the world we know when it's with its established hierarchies and rhythms. The swing is not only to play but to open disorienting passages into transgressive spaces. Bro, तो थोड़ा भारी हो गया. Not only to play but to open disorienting passages. Disorienting मतलब causing loose sense of direction. ठीक है. मतलब अलग passages into transgressive spaces involving a violation of moral or social boundaries. Transgressive behavior means when disrespect violate basic morals and sensibilities. ये क्या हो रहा है? किसको ज्ञान दे रहा है? मैं खुद को ज्ञान दे रहा हूँ भाई. किसी को सुना कि तो तुम्हारे पास कुछ और इंटरेस्टिंग है तो बता दो भाई, नहीं तो मैं खुद ही पढ़ रहा हूँ. मतलब तुम्हें रुकना है, यू आर वेलकम टू स्टे, नहीं तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Transgressive spaces. What does it mean to tell the story of this instrument? The history of the swing reveals an object of disorientation became instrumentalized across the long arc of human culture, appearing in different territories and cultures throughout time. Reveals how an object of disorientation become instrumentalized across long arc of human culture, appearing in different territories and cultures throughout time. But this history is not just the story of an object. It's also one of many untold history of bodies in motion that seek to forgotten. Unveil the forgotten. Untold history of bodies in motion that seek to unveil forgotten. अब मैं उधर से मेरा पानी का बॉटल ले आना यार एक बार प्लीज. प्लीज. पानी का बॉटल ले आना उधर से प्लीज. ला 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 ला. क्या 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 क्या. That seek to unveil forgotten, overlooked or concealed gestures. Human history is not only populated with words or objects. The swings allows us to bring telling the long. Human history is not only populated with objects. The swing allows us to being telling allows us to begin telling telling the long cultural stories of moving back and forth through space and time. Once we start looking, the swing appears in the most unexpected places. It shows up in the ancient Greek swinging festivals and cave painting made in Western India during the 5th centuries. It is illustrated in Chinese hand scrolls from the Song dynasty from around the 11th and the 12th centuries. It fills Hindustani and Punjabi paintings such as Lady on a Swing in the Monsoon, in which woman joyously swings through the air, clothes fluttering behind her as dark clouds grow in the distance. The swing also finds its way in the original stories of Persian Nowruz New Year celebration, and people swung to mimic the way the legendary Shah Zami rode his chariot through the air. It also turns up in Thailand's Chakri dynasty, the 18th century, when a great version was built by Rama I. It spread across the pages of Western literature and philosophy. Friedrich Nietzsche thus spoke Zaruta. James George the Golden Bough, Sigmund Freud's three essays on the theory of sexuality, and Joan Zwan's Huizinga's Homo Ludens. The instrument we find in our urban playground had traveled to us on a long and winding path. Distinct moment, of course, the thing found something. विश फॉर माई कम बैक टू फिर साथ में मज़े करेंगे. सही है भाई, आ जाओ जल्दी. कोई सी ना. However, the following the path backward is not without its difficulties. Though many instruments and gestures have come to us from antiquity, are significantly altered on their passage to the present. The swing has most remained intact. We find versions of scattered. Though many instruments and gestures have come from antiquity, are significantly altered on their passage to the present. The swing has mostly remained intact. Okay. We find versions of it scattered across almost every city in the world. This may seem advantageous, but having an instrument essentially identical to those found in ancient Greece, China, Persia, and has its drawbacks. क्या drawbacks है भाई? For one thing, the ubiquity. Ubiquity क्या था यार? Ambiguity तो मतलब haziness. Ubiquity मतलब uncertainness. Fact of being very common. Okay, ubiquity मतलब common. क्या पढ़ रहा है तू? करना क्या चाह रहा है? अबे मैं ईओन ऐसे पढ़ रहा हूँ भाई, मतलब इससे थोड़ा अपना लैंग्वेज इम्प्रूव रहता है, उसके लिए है ये ईओन ऐसे. इससे तुम्हारा लैंग्वेज इम्प्रूव होता है और तुम्हें अलग अलग टॉपिक्स के बारे में नॉलेज भी पता रहती है. जैसे तुझे पता था कि स्विंग्स का क्या सीन है भाई, पंजाब से लेके हिंदुस्तान के पंजाब से लेके भाई चाइना से लेके ग्रीस, हर जगह है भाई ये झूले भाई. अभी से नहीं, बहुत टाइम से है, और वैसे के वैसे है, सेम टू सेम, चेंज ही नहीं है ज़्यादा. बाकी जो चीज़ें रहती है उनमें मतलब चेंजेस आ जाते हैं, बट जो ये झूले है भाई वो जब से मतलब बहुत चार्ट हुआ है तब से वैसे के वैसे, कोई चेंज ही नहीं है. और जैसे यूबिक्विटी तूने वर्ड सीख लिया आज. यूबिक्विटी का मतलब रहता है बहुत कॉमन है. और वन थिंग, द यूबिक्विटी ऑफ द स्विंग्स मतलब द कॉमननेस ऑफ द स्विंग्स in our modern playground means it's totally regarded as puerile. Puerile का मतलब क्या है? Puerile in its use and irrelevant in its meaning. Puerile मतलब होगा कुछ ऐसे ही फालतू टाइप, childish, silly, immature. देखा? Puerile in its use, silly in its use, and irrelevant in its meaning. It is also an object and experience with which we are so familiar that we do not consider it worthy of serious thought. And finally, it has suffered the fate of many of our objects neglected by It is also an object and an experience with which we are so familiar that we do not consider it worthy of our serious thought. मतलब इतना यूज़ किया हुआ और इतना यूबिक्वस ऑब्जेक्ट है ये कि अब अपन इसको ध्यान ही नहीं देते. यूबिक्वस इसका नाउन होगा ना. यूबिक्विटी नाउन. अच्छा यूबिक्विटी नाउन है. यूबिक्वस फिर इसका एडजेक्टिव होगा. यूबिक्विट एडजेक्टिव. ubiquitous नहीं ubiquitous. Okay. गुड नाइट. चल तो पैड में सोने जा रहा. ठीक है ठीक है मेरी जान. गुड नाइट गुड नाइट गुड नाइट. टाटा. ओके सो कहाँ थे अपन. यूबिक्विटस प्यूराइल. प्यूराइल का वो तो समझ ले भाई अपन.
Puerile.
Puerile. Ubiquity.
Ubiquity.
सही बढ़ रहा है भाई. Is also an object and experience with which we are so familiar that we do not consider it worthy of a serious thought. And finally, it suffered the fate of many other objects neglected by others. It has ended up in the hands of children. To claim that suspending a body from a rope and swinging it is necessary, a childlike and joyful explain nothing more than prejudice. For thousands of years, the combination of suspension and swinging has served punitive or therapeutic practices. Punitive और punitive क्या होता है भाई. Inflicting or intended as punishment. Inflict. Suffering. Punishment. Punitive मतलब
Punitive.
intended as punishment. Or therapeutic factors was removed from juvenile or childhood. Far removed from childhood. In classical Greece, the main word iora referred to both the swing and the noose of the gallows. A shared meaning emerges through the story of Erigone in Bibliotheca, the great compilation of myths written by Pseudo-Apollodorus between the 1st and 2nd century CE. After Christ, in which we learn that the god Dionysius taught Erigone's father Icarius the art of winemaking, that he shared what he made with the shepherd, and that he shared what he made with his shepherds. According to the widespread version, the shepherd drank so much that they thought they had been poisoned. So they killed Icarius. He attempted to hide his body by burying it at the foot of a tree, but the young Ingora found her. क्या है मीमी करती है भाई बिना मतलब. They attempted to hide his body by burying it at the foot of a tree, but the young Erigone found her father's corpse. मतलब Erigone लड़की थी. As the story goes, she bewailed her father and hanged herself. Yeah. Express great regret, sadness, or disappointment. Hail, mourn. Jail. Cry of pain, atrophy, bewail. Yeah. Father and hanged herself, swinging from the same tree where Icarus was. It was then that Dionysius, or Irkon herself, according to some versions, cast a spell on the city of then leading its virgin to hang themselves too. According to Gaius Julius, 1st century, a Hispanic Latin writer, the Athenians did his epidemic by while seated on wooden planks hung from ropes. Bodies sway in the winds like Irigon. In these accounts, we found out the earliest interpretation of mythological origin, a device of death that became aporopaik or capable of warding off evil spells, thus preventing young Athenian girls from hanging themselves. This sad epidemic by ancient practicing themselves while seated on wooden planks hung across the ropes. Account brings device of death that became apotropaic. क्या वर्ड है भाई? Supposedly to having powers to avert.
Apotropaic.
Apotropaic. भाई बोरिंग तो है भाई, कुछ बोलो, बोरिंग तो है. Apotropaic भाई. किधर है?
I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya.
गाने सुनना चाहते हैं, डाउनलोड करना चाहते हैं और चाहते हैं कि बैकग्राउंड में गाने चलते रहें? YouTube म्यूजिक प्रीमियम आजमाएं।
On a boiling desert road, heading far away to some place we don't know. Is it true all the things they say, that we will come to an end? Is it true all the things they say, maybe we could pretend? I don't wanna let go of your love, I don't wanna let go of your touch, 'cause my sun is rising, it's setting with you. I'm never letting go of your love. I don't wanna be left by the side, 'cause I cannot get you off my mind. I will never ever let go of your love. I'm never letting go of your love.
Shit, I'm decked out and I'm rolling.
इसको भेज दिया
DNA ain't no hoeing. Jumped in deep, never put no toe in. Stepped out and I'm
इधर
growing. Every day I've been growing. Never know where I'm going. And your bitch like how I'm flowing, flowing.
I don't wanna be left by the side, 'cause I cannot get you off my mind. I will never ever let go of your love. I'm never letting go of your
सेंटर का तो वो चला गया कंट्रोल पाशे
love.
अच्छे
All the scars, let's leave them behind. We'll light the world up now, let us fire in your eyes, through the darkness into the night. Oh, broken dreamer, is your mind? All the scars, let's leave them behind. We'll light the world up now, let us fire in your eyes, through the darkness into the night. Your fucking hands up.
YouTube म्यूजिक एक म्यूजिक ऐप है और म्यूजिक प्रीमियम लेने पर जब स्क्रीन बंद हो या आप दूसरे ऐप्स पर हो तब भी बिना रुकावट के म्यूजिक सुनना जारी रख सकते हैं। अब म्यूजिक सुनना हुआ, YouTube म्यूजिक प्रीमियम आजमाएं, 1 महीना मुफ्त में इस्तेमाल
भाई
करें।
ये तो हैंग हो रहा ना, मैं इसको क्यों नहीं कर रहा हूँ, आधे घंटा हो गया भाई।
YouTube म्यूजिक ऐप पर आप गूगल असिस्टेंट से भी गाने चला सकते हैं। YouTube म्यूजिक प्रीमियम आजमाएं।
Lately you don't feel like yourself, you kinda hate it. You suppress all of the thoughts in your head and say it's complicated. You hide your pain, but I can see it etched on your face. I know the feeling, swear you're okay, but you're barely breathing. Don't you walk away. I feel you getting lost, I feel you trailing off. Feel it in your words when you say there's nothing wrong. There's something so subliminal about the way that your hands shake whenever you talk. You stare into space like you're lost in your thoughts, surrounded by your paper walls. Tell me what's been going on. Tell me what's been going on. I was so caught up thinking about myself, never took time to listen. Didn't see that you were going through hell, now you're cold and distant. You say you're fine, but your heart is bleeding. Feed me those signs, but they lost the meaning. I know something isn't right, see the demons in your eyes. I know you're afraid.
जीत रहा था भाई अब तेरा।
Feel you trailing off, feel it in your words when you say there's nothing wrong. There's something so subliminal about the way that your hands shake whenever you talk. You stare into space like you're lost in your thoughts, surrounded by your paper walls. Tell me what's been going on. Tell me what's been going on. Won't you tell me now? You never answer when I call, locked in the room, and so it don't. Tell me what's been going on. Tell me what's been going on. I feel you getting lost, I feel you getting off. I feel it in your eyes when you say there's nothing wrong. It's something so subliminal. Tell me what's been going on.
दोस्तों के साथ साथ पंडित इंसान बाबा
YouTube Music is a music app that lets you discover the undiscovered and then humble brag to your friends that you heard it first. Get YouTube Music Premium.
Don't you think we could be different if we could just take it slow, let it go, roll down all the windows, feel the wind rush through, hear the music, take the groove. Don't you know all I'll ever really wanna be is a connected high, you and I, pinnacle climactic vibe. Show me yours, I'll show you mine. You don't have to pretend we're shy. Let's forget the 9 to 5. I just wanna feel alive. Take it slow, let it go, roll down all the windows.